Okay, so I'm going to be doing a soil test on our vegetable garden soil. If you heard me in my past videos, talk about soil, amending the soil, and the soil is the number one thing I would highly suggest you invest in if you want to get the best production, the best results from your plants and vegetables that you're growing. So it's been several years since I've tested our vegetable garden soil. I went to Home Depot here and got a couple of simple soil test kits. Looking at these closely, you can see one's from Burpee, one is from Ferry Morris. They look about to be the exact same test. If you look at the packaging and everything, probably most likely from the same source, different packaging. One was just a tad more expensive. We'll look at the back here and show you what the back says on the back of each one of these. So it gives you a little information about what nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash is, and how to do it, and why you should test your soil. We'll zoom in here. pH level of your soil determine how well your lawn or plants can use nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash or potassium. Some species prefer acidic soil, a low pH, while others need alkaline soil, a high pH. So we're going to test and see what our soil levels are. But in North Texas, our soil is usually more alkaline. And if I look at this test here that we did, this is back in 2009. We did a soil test. Callaway's was running a free soil test at their nursery, and I haven't yet seen them do this since then. This was back in February 2009 here. So anyways, we did a soil test. Here we can see that our soil pH was at a alkaline 7.6 according to these test results by Texas Plant and Soil Lab. I don't know, this was a free test that Callaway's was doing, and it shows low organic matter. And then if we look down here, in P and K, you can see it was all low and high in calcium. So this was back in 2009. They also did some minerals test, which was all low, very poor. So this test was done back in February of 2009. This is now 2013. I got these simple tests that we're going to do from Home Depot. You probably can find these at Lowe's also, or some of the garden catalogs have a more expensive test you can do that recommends using distilled water that I have here to do the test with. So we'll go with that, as our water out of the faucet has a more alkaline. And then, so I'm going to do these tests here, these simple tests, one for the main vegetable garden, and then one for the new garden addition that we have done this year. And then if we come over here, I'm also going to send one soil sample to the Texas A&M Extension Service here in Texas, and they're going to test our soil for us. A little more professional results, hopefully. And as you can see, here's the form we're going to fill out. And then down here they have several different tests you can order. The routine analysis, number 1. Number 2 is the routine analysis plus micronutrients, and so on and so forth. And then if you want really complex tests, you can keep on going further and further down. And as you can see, the prices go up. So I'm going to do one test and send it over here to the testing at A&M Extension Service, and hopefully that'll come back and we'll see what that results provide us. So to test the pH test, we're gonna take a sample about 4 inches below the surface. We're gonna use the green tube and remove the capsule. We're gonna fill the tube with soil and then add the powder that's inside the green little tablet and fill the tube with the distilled water. And then it says we're gonna shake it up and let the soil settle and color to develop for about a minute. We're going to compare the color of the solution with the pH chart that they have provided. That is right here. So we're going to see what our pH is of our soil with this little testing tube here. Got my samples of soil from different locations throughout the main garden here, so we'll get a more accurate, balanced result of the whole area of the vegetable garden and see how it is. This soil is pretty wet since it just poured down rain last night. Hopefully that won't cause any issues with the test. So as you can see from this pH test here, from this soil test kit that we got for $3, this is saying our soil is very alkaline, as I had expected. It looks like it's from this here. It's not, yeah, it's saying it's about an 8.0 from this color test here. So that's what we got for the pH, 8.0. For the NP and K test, it said to add some soil to a jar, 1 part soil to 5 parts distilled water. Shake this up real good for at least a minute, and then we're going to let this set for 10 minutes to let the soil settle. Okay, so I got done with both of our tests. The left side is the new addition, and the right side is the main vegetable garden bed. Not real happy with the results here. On the right, you can see it registered as alkaline. Okay. The nitrogen on this one, I don't know. It looks brown to me. And then we got the phosphorus. The phosphorus here, I guess it's very high since it seems like a very, very dark purple. I don't know. And then the potash here, well, it's brown. The dirt's brown. So I'm guessing it's high. I don't know. Then we'll come over here to this. This is the new addition to the garden here. This pH didn't even turn out. It's dirt brown. Then the nitrogen here, well, it's very pink. So I'm assuming the nitrogen's very high. Okay. Then the phosphorus on this one, well, it didn't do anything from what I can tell. And then the potash here on this one is about the same as the other. It's high, I guess. It's a dark brown color. So, our results here, are they definitive? Are they accurate? More information is most definitely needed. So, we're going to go with the professionals, and they'll also be able to test the micronutrients and give us more information, because these tests here that we've done don't reveal very much I don't know how accurate they are. I follow the directions. And so we're going to go with the professionals here with the A&M Ag Surface for the soil sample test. We'll fill out this sheet, pick our test we want to do. They have several different tests, and see what happens with that. That'll give us much better information on our garden than this little home test. Okay, so I got my soil test back from Texas A&M that we sent back a couple of weeks ago. So let's. I'm gonna go over this with y'all and show you my results and give y'all information on what your soil needs. So we just got our test back and excited to see the results now. Okay, so here's the test results here. I'll go through each one individually and talk more in detail about it. Here we have the pH. We got a result of 7.9, so it's moderately alkaline. It's the ideal pH value should be between a 6 and 6.5, but it's quite challenging from what I understand to lower the pH of our soil. Our nitrogen tests come back as being very extremely low, so I'll be adding a nitrogen only fertilizer from now on into our vegetable garden, since the other two, phosphorus and potassium, is okay. We'll be using something like a blood meal, but nitrogen is only absorbed through plants through the nitrogen cycle here, so the plants have to microorganisms have to break down the nitrogen into nitrates, as you can see in this diagram, to be able to absorb. And then our phosphorus we have is more than plentiful, so we want to make sure not to get a fertilizer that has phosphorus in it. Actually, they sent this pamphlet here to explain more why phosphorus is so bad to our soil. And if I read a few experts here, it says this buildup of phosphorus can cause plants to grow poorly and even die. Excess soil of phosphorus reduces the plant's ability to take up required micronutrients, particularly iron and zinc, even when soil tests show there are adequate amounts of the nutrients available in the soil. Phosphorus buildup is caused by excessive use of inorganic fertilizers or the use of compost and manures higher in phosphorus. It also says that alkaline loving plants growing in alkaline soils display deficiencies of yellowing between the leaves veins and bleaching of the tissues. So that is what the problem is. And now if we need to add nitrogen, we can use a very low phosphorus product such as a blood meal. It says affected plants need additional iron and zinc. However, simple adding iron and zinc to the soil will not work. It says to use a foliar iron and zinc application. A number of foliar products are available at the retail lawn and garden center, so I'll check into that and see what that is. Soil levels, extractable phosphorus levels between 150 to 200 parts per million will probably have problems for 3 to 5 years. So we'll be making sure to use only a nitrogen only fertilizer, so we don't add any more phosphorus to our soil and make it any worse than it already is. And then we have our potassium here. Let's check out what our result is. As you can see, we also have plenty of potassium, so we'll be making sure just to get a nitrogen-only fertilizer, the N, P, and K. The potassium is the K in your fertilizer at the stores, where it says like a 10-10-10. Usually they recommend for vegetable garden a balanced fertilizer. Well, we're not going to be using a balanced fertilizer. We're going to be using a nitrogen-only fertilizer in our vegetable garden from now on. And then we have the calcium. The calcium here shows on our test that we have more than enough calcium in the soil. Calcium deficiencies would show as a burning on young leaves. And then we have the magnesium. And that also came back as more than plentiful in our soil test. So no problems there. If we had a problem with that, it would be showing of yellowing leaves also. And then our sulfur test came back also very well. If you have low sulfur, it's because the plants will be small and spindly, which we don't have that issue. The sodium, which I was very interested in to find this test, is actually on a little bit lower side, which is good because I have this product, the C90, that I got online from Boogie Brew, and I have tons of this stuff, and I was concerned about adding too much to my soil because I don't want to be adding a lot of sodium into the soil, but I feel much more safe and knowledge now that I know that our soil is a little bit low on the sodium, because this product is derived from the sea. It's a mineral that will, micronutrients and feeding or whatnot. So we're going to try it out and see what it does. Our sodium level is not on a high side, so we're going to most definitely be able to use that. And then the other micronutrients, iron, zinc, magnesium, copper, and the boron, are all in the most normal to high range. So no worry about the micronutrients here in our vegetable garden. So I highly recommend y'all do a soil test. If you're fertilizing, you're using whatever NPK ratio it is on your bag, organic or not, you need to know what your soil is lacking or having too much of. And the only way to do that is really to do a soil test. And I'd highly recommend probably sending it off to a professional source instead of those home tests that, from my experience, did not yield the best results. So do a soil test and have success in your vegetable garden. Thanks for watching.